So I'm Christophe from Ligier, I'm the sales manager. Little history of Ligier quickly. Ligier started in 1968, at the beginning in endurance race with GT cars and sport prototype, the JS2 R. Ligier done Le Mans several times from 1968 to 1975 with a second place overall in 1975. And it was the opportunity after this race to start the Formula One. Ligier done 20 seasons of Formula One and stopped in 1996 with last victory at Monaco with Olivier Panis. Guy was retired but wants to do something else and restart in 2003, building some sport prototypes. The name is CN car, small sport prototype. And one of his first clients was Jacques Nicolet, our current CEO. And Jacques was a racing driver, amateur, gentleman driver, racing with a goal to do Le Mans. He started in 2008 in Le Mans with Oak Racing. And in 2013, we did 1-2 in Le Mans and 1-2 in the LMP2 class on the World Championship. And it was the time to be a manufacturer, to build our own cars. And now the idea of Jacques Nicolet, our boss, was to create a complete range of cars for all the drivers. So we created in 2015 the LMP3 class with the Ligier JS2 R. After we want to have a more accessible sport prototype for gentleman driver. So the JS2 R arrived, a car with less high downforce, less budget as well, easier to drive for gentleman drivers, so it's really the first step to enter the sport prototype world. And now, since 2018, we launched the JS2 R. It's, the R means revival. The JS2 of 1975, the two cars share the same design. So this car is a little GT, but designed and built like a sport prototype with a V6 3.7 liter engine with 330 horsepower. This car shares the same powertrain than the JS2 R. The car is really accessible in terms of driving for a gentleman driver. They can start by track day, but they can also enter some championship. We have a French championship, endurance championship, the GS Cup France. We launched also 2 years ago the Ligier European Series. It's the opening grid of the European Le Mans Series, where we mix the JS2 R and the JS2 R. So on the spirit of Le Mans, with a mix of GT and sport prototype. The price of the JS2 R, it's 95,000 euros, so really accessible. The running cost is very low. The car is really reliable. And we launched also an Evo of this car for the 24-hour series. So with more downforce, more power, to be able to compete against the TCR and the GT4. So we have now several cars running the 24-hour series and other endurance championship. To come back to the GSP4, it's the main class for the Ligier European Series. It's a car of 940 kilos, 360 horsepower. The price is 150,000 euros, so quite reasonable as well. And the car is also homologated for the 24-hour series and several other championships in Europe, like the Ultimate Cup series. So our goal at Ligier is to have cars able to do many championships. So when you buy a Ligier, you can choose to do track day, enter sprint race, endurance race, long race.
I'm Yann Erlaché, I'm a professional racing driver, world champion last year in touring car, and I'm here this weekend with Ligier as a driver, but as an engineer as well and a driver coach, because I'm helping everyone that is trying the Ligier car, the LMP3, the LMP4 and the JS2 R to get used to it, because it's three types of car which are really different. And actually the aim of the day is to make people familiar with those cars, and at the end of the day they will know the potential of those cars, because actually you have cars with downforce, which means quicker you go in the corners, more downforce you have, more grip you will have, and the balance is a little bit different between a proper prototypes like LMP3, the medium and the mixed with the LMP4, and a more GT side car, which is the JS2 R. So it's all about them to learn the balance, to see, okay, the car is more understeering in those type of corner. If I put a bit more speed, if I can go on the brake and be on the edge on the rotation. And sometimes they don't expect, because they saw prototypes. They are driving their own car on track day and they saw prototypes and they think prototypes is too much of a big deal for them. But when they saw it and when they drive them, they say, I can do it as well. And then they start to get in speed. Okay, of course, a day like this, there is no time enough to improve and to get as quick as they want. But having a car like this for track day is definitely something good. And to improve the driving skills, having the experience of driving a prototype car is absolutely insane.
Our LMP3 homologated car, it's an ACO, Automobile Club de l'Ouest class. So we launched the first car in 2015, the Ligier JS2 R. We were really surprised by the success of this class. We sold more than 100 cars with this first generation. And the ACO did a great job on the rules of this class. They decide themselves all the specification of the car. We have one supplier for the powertrain, for all the manufacturer, which is very good. No issue with the engine. The car is really reliable. The price is fixed by the ACO. It's quite tricky for us. The price is 241,000 euros. But it's not a little car. You have 950 kilos on the car, 465 horsepower. The brakes are really efficient, but of course, it's really interesting to learn and to increase your level when you drive this car, because you have to learn the downforce, and the performance after are your performance, and the performance of the car are amazing. So the day was really nice. We met a lot of nice people. Of course, we will come back. We will offer new tests for the next days of RSR, and you are welcome to join us, to test the car, to come on the passenger seat if you don't want to test the car, to discover the car, discuss with our team. We are all passionate by this car and we want to share this passion.
We can speak about lap times because lap times are the most important thing in what we are doing. And actually I was speaking about the later from Ligier and with the LMP3. The car can do a 2.12, which is really quick in Spa. So that's the quickest car they had. And the LMP4, the GSP4, can do around 229, 230 with a good driver. And the JS2 R is around 243, 245, again with a good driver. But it means, yeah, you have different type of car, different type of lap time, but we are speaking about already really quick lap times.
So first you want to know probably, is this affordable? And second, what you want to know is, am I capable? Can I handle this car? Affordability. I think everybody who drives a Porsche GT3 or an RS, you know, dragging around here, can use this on a day like this, where they join in with their own car and they add another 4 or 6 laps in one of these cars. I promise you, you have more fun in 12 minutes sitting in these cars than the whole day in a Porsche GT3. Okay, so it is definitely affordable. Then can I do it? Am I good enough for this? And I must say, this team, those people, they make you first feel comfortable in the car, and they warm up the car for you. They explain everything in detail, and you know everything you need to know before you head out on track. And yes, the cars are powerful. Yes, the cars don't have any ABS and stability systems, but the limits are so far that you will not get into trouble even if you want to.